morning. Today is Wednesday, December 12th, and we're at the Acushnet Council on Aging. This is our monthly board meeting, and we have two people who could not be present today, Paula and Jerry. They have excused their absences, and everyone else is here. And if you would like to just say your first name, take a look at the camera and say who you are so people will know.
Polly Texera.
Okay.
Louis Sampson.
Linda Gillibo.
Heather Sylvia.
Marie Hattie.
Okay, and again, good morning. I would like to call this meeting to order. It's 10 a.m. Someone said I was the queen of ums.
You need a motion.
It's 10 a.m. I need a motion.
Make a motion to open.
Okay, and Pauline will second. And we're going to have a moment of silence for members who have passed. Thank you. The minutes from the meeting Wednesday, November 14th, we're going to hold on those. And we'll have them at our next meeting. Okay. Under old business, the Council on Aging Board of Directors is going to have a second reading and approval of our mission statement, our vision statement, and our values statement. And I'm going to have some people read those if it's all right with you.
I'm going to apologize for doing minutes too, so I
Okay.
wasn't ignoring anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just want to thank you all for your input on this over the month. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from you. So what I did was I took everybody's input and kind of condensed it onto one page, and this is what I've come up with. We tweaked it from what we talked about last month, so if you want to read through it, and then if I could just have a vote to accept.
What I'll do is I'll have Marie read the mission statement out loud.
To advocate and support the community, older adults, their families, and their caregivers while promoting independent and positive lifestyle in a welcome and secure environment.
I really like that. I think it says it all. Pauline, can you read the vision statement, please?
Our vision, we believe that all Acushnet residents should have access to services and resources that will allow them to age safely in the housing of their choice.
That's really good too. And our values, Maurice.
Dignity and respect, professionalism, advocacy, teamwork, community building, empowerment, community connectedness, and evidence-based approaches.
Good. I think that says it all. Does anyone see anything that was omitted or should be put in? Or I think
Kind
it's
of
good.
deep.
It's deep, but again,
It
thank
is
you for all
deep.
of your feedback over the last month. That helped pull this
Yeah.
together.
So, yep, it looks good. All right, I think we need to approve this.
A vote in a second.
So I need a vote,
One
please.
second.
Okay, so this time Pauline said yes and Maurice seconded this.
So thank you.
Okay, so, and today's date should be on here.
Yes, I'll take that off.
Okay, good. Next. Take a look at the agenda here. On the new business, we have the annual report, which is the next page in your packet.
Want me to read that? I don't want to put right on the spot.
Okay, well, and we'll have Rick read something else for later, all right? So this is our Department of Council on Aging Director's Report, or,
Which I'm sure Pauline is working on hers for her department.
You know something, I haven't started it. Lisa didn't remind me.
She didn't, she hasn't sent out the reminder yet, but I don't think we're gonna meet again before it's due, so I didn't wanna I just want everybody to kind of see it. So it's the 2018 Department of Council on Aging and Senior Community Center. And this is a draft form, so if you have any suggestions, please. So we've listed our staff and our board members. The Council on Aging and Senior Community Center, 59.5 South Main Street, is open and staffed Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Transportation is available daily, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. 2018 new employees and board of directors members. Patricia Jaget-Majerski, outreach specialist. Janice Fortin, receptionist. Gerard Bergeron, vice chair, board of directors. And Richard DeBalzi, member, board of directors. Nobody else was new this year, right?
I think so.
Is on the board of directors. Below is a snapshot of new activities the Council on Aging has offered in 2018. Memory Cafe for those with diagnosed Alzheimer's or other dementia and their care partner. Able Bodies 2, an advanced fall prevention exercise program. Heart Healthy Holiday Health and Wellness Fair, that's a mouthful. Shine Counseling for Medicare and Mass Health recipients. Expanded Senior Travel Club. One-day painting classes. The Savvy Caregiver Program. My Life, My Health, Chronic Disease Management, and the New Horizons Chorus. Information and referral is available at both the Senior Community Center and in the home by appointment. Residents new to our programs can speak directly with a staff member who can assess their needs and provide current information on services and programs available both through the Council on Aging and our partnering agencies. Health insurance counseling for Medicare and Mass Health recipients is also once again available at the center from our 2 certified Shine counselors, who both survived open enrollment. In 2018, 1,026 unduplicated seniors took part in at least one program or activity, not including Meals on Wheels. Transportation was provided for 66 unduplicated residents for a total of 1,003 rides, which included trips for early voting, grocery shopping, medical appointments, personal errands, and the local farmers market, and more. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Acushnet Public Library for allowing us to use their community room for programming, the Ford Middle School for holding a Thanksgiving food drive on our behalf, and the Acushnet Elementary students for the beautiful holiday cards their students created for our seniors. 2018 grant funders. This is above and beyond our town budget. The Association Relief of Aged Women, ARAW, Executive Office of Elder Affairs, EOEA, Massachusetts Council on Aging, MCOA, South Coast Health Systems, and Title III funding through Coastline Elderly Services. To learn more about the Council on Aging, visit our website and the New Leicester Town website. Respectfully submitted, Heather Sylvia, Director.
Question, should we have the garden club in here as well? Because they do our flowers outside as well as,
Under the thank you?
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you think I missed anything, please, because I always appreciate a second set of eyes.
It's the only one I could think of at the moment. Although, because the fire department also comes.
You know what, they gave us a donation for Memory Cafe through your right.
That's the only two I can think of.
Will this be printed anywhere and put anywhere?
It is, the town publishes an annual booklet. Look at Polly smiling because she knows. All
I've had it for years.
Yeah, and all departments submit a similar report, and that's available to town residents at town meeting and other, it's at town hall. Not sure where else we can pick them up, but they're available throughout town, and we can always deliver them also.
Very nice. And do we need to vote on this too?
No, I just wanted everybody to see it.
Okay, that's very nice. Well done.
A lot of work.
AARP age-friendly application.
So for now, we can finally put this to bed. Selectman Chopper signed the letter of commitment from the town last night at the selectmen's meeting. So we'll submit that to AARP along with our application, and hopefully within the next 6 weeks, we'll get designation as an age-friendly community. And that's when the work begins, guys.
Okay.
So everybody get rest over the holidays, because starting in February, we're gonna put you to work.
Sounds like a plan. And the budget, FY20 budget.
Again, Pauline's
This year?
been working on hers too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think this needs to be read out loud unless
No,
you.
I just gave you a little narrative, it's the next to last page. We kind of discussed this previously, we asked for 2 increases. One in our energy account, we currently have $8,300 a year allocated for gas and electric. We're through that by March and April, usually we don't make it to June, so we've asked for an extra $1,000. And our justification is that we are the warming and cooling shelter in emergency situations. And the second one we asked for was a little over $12,000 for a new staff position to fund a receptionist for 19 and a half hours a week. We're really focused on safety. We don't think that any staff member should be alone in the building at any time, just for a bunch of different reasons. Should they have a medical emergency, should another emergency occur, we don't think it's safe for anyone to be alone. So this position would allow us to have at least 2 staff members in the building at all times.
That's a good thing.
So hopefully, I just turned this in yesterday, so we haven't got any feedback on it yet. They were only due yesterday, so we'll keep you posted as we go.
That's good.
And we're very lucky. They're very supportive of the council on aging, so I think we'll be good.
And number 4, under new business, Logan Garvin, Troop 51 project.
So I just wanted, we just sent a thank you note on behalf of the board. If you notice our new mulch when you pull into the back and all the trees that have been cut down, Logan and his family and Troop 51 and Matt Tripp from the DPW department, they were supposed to be here a couple hours on a Sunday. They ended up being here like 12 hours. It was freezing that day, but they did a beautiful job. They've come back since our DPW department donated the mulch, so we want to thank them. And it was really a team effort between Troop 51 and the towns. We just wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to Logan for thinking of us. And he's also going to come back once we're ready to start construction on the showers. He's going to help us move our offices and pack up. And so he really, it's a huge project for his Eagle Scout badge, but we're very grateful that he chose us.
Did we send out thank you
We
cards
did.
to the both?
We did.
We did both.
Thanks to Marie who gave me lovely thank you cards.
Oh, those were the ones that went out.
There you go. Okay, monthly financial statement.
We're in good shape. You've seen our budget for our budget requests. We discussed our formula grant last month. We're getting the $27,000. Our memory cafe grant now has a $0 balance, but that's okay. We're still plugging along. So we're in good shape on that.
And our outreach workers report.
We're gonna table that for this month. I
Okay.
asked Pat to join us to give you, she's been here almost a year now, so she was gonna come in and meet with you to give you an update on what she's doing. But she's in the middle of a grant audit right now for the people who fund her position. So didn't wanna stress her out, so we'll table her till January, but she will join us at the January meeting.
Very
And
nice.
the audit's going very well. We love the folks from ARAW, so they're being kind.
Before we go into planning for our next meeting, we have two things to talk about here. I'll start with something very simple and fun. We have a winter wellness workshop going on February and no meeting February.
It's only in February.
Oh, the Wednesdays in February, up to March 6th. Okay, all Wednesday, and anyone can come.
Anyone can come. It's going to be sponsored by the Bridge Program, which is affiliated with the Episcopal Church in South Dartmouth. Reverend Scott, who's reached out to us, asked us if we would host this. It's going to be free, open to the community. It's going to be kind of alternative medicine practices, drumming circles, crystal bowls, just kind of wellness. They're going to touch on Reiki a little bit. So again, it's a free program every Wednesday in February, including March 6th. So, you want to read the phone number?
It says sound and energy healing. So would people plan on going for the all workshop?
If
or
they
would
can make it
just-
to all, they should.
Okay, for as many as possible,
Yeah.
good. So for more information, please call 508-997-0903. Again, 508-997-0903.
And we just finalized that yesterday, so there'll be more in our newsletter and in the paper and everything.
And ask for information about the winter wellness workshop to be held at the Acushnet Council on Aging. So that looks like that will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any extra forms?
I'll get you some, I just got those approved, so I wanted the board to see it.
They're going to include with butterflies. Okay, and a little bit of work right here.
Yes, we
Okay.
should vote on this.
Okay, this is going to need a vote from the board. Acushnet Council on Aging, Code of Conduct and Standard of Independence.
Now, we gave this to you last month, hopefully everybody had a chance to read it. The only thing that has changed is I added number 13 on the back page, and I will read that out loud.
Okay.
You wanna do it? I'm sorry.
Maybe we should read from 1 to 13. If you'd like to just give an overview of what the top part is about, just for people out in our TV audience.
Absolutely.
Um,
We define what inappropriate behavior is, so I'll start there. The following are examples or conduct that shall be deemed inappropriate. This conduct is not consistent with responsible attendance, let's start over. This conduct is not consistent with responsible attendance at the Council on Aging and Senior Community Center or an agency-sponsored event. This is not an inclusive list, and other forms of conduct may require staff intervention or be deemed inappropriate by Council on Aging and Senior Community Center staff. Failure to consistently comply with this policy may result in expulsion or suspension. And please just keep in mind that we have had some issues over the last couple of months, which is the driving factor in this. So if you think of something that's not here, please, we want your input. Inappropriate behavior requiring staff intervention includes, but is not limited to, loitering without purpose in the Acushnet Senior Community Center, their entrances or parking lots, failure to wear footwear and shirts on the premises, knowingly entering non-public areas of the Acushnet Senior Community Center premises, interfering with Acushnet Senior Community staff in the performance of their duties, canvassing, selling, soliciting, or engaging in any other commercial or political activity on the Acushnet Senior Community Center premises unless approved by the director of the center. 6, behavior that is disrespectful or verbally abusive. 7, creating a disturbance by engaging in disruptive conversation above normal conversational noise levels, whether in person or on a cell phone, deliberately making excessive noise, shouting or talking in a disturbing fashion, the gratuitous use of profanity or engaging in other disruptive conduct. 8, bringing any animal onto Acushnet Senior Community Center premises except service animals unless approved by the director of the Acushnet Senior Community Center. 9, leaving personal packages, bags, and backpacks unattended. 10, putting feet on the furniture or misusing Acushnet Senior Center property. 11, usage of the computer and/or internet Wi-Fi so as to cause harm to others or damage property of others. 12, exhibiting body hygiene that is so offensive as to constitute a nuisance or a hazard to other individuals in the Acushnet Senior Community Center facility building. And 13, soliciting money for personal gain from staff, volunteers, or patrons of the Council on Aging and Senior Community Center.
Good. So this is a draft.
Did you have one to add?
No, that 13 was what I added in. We didn't talk about that last month, and there was a couple issues.
I have a question on 9.
Please.
Leaving personal packages, baggage, and backpacks unattended. You're talking about in the building? Okay, and most of us all do that, do we not?
But usually you're within eyesight. I guess I'm just worried about if we get a suspicious package.
Right.
So we can tweak the wording. I mean, I'm believe me, I'm open to suggestions. And
Yeah.
I kind of borrow this from other council on aging.
It's really,
It is.
Yeah.
So
but the outside is okay, because whenever people bring packages again, bundles, and leave them outside, we have no way of knowing.
right. And one thing we are having a problem with is people are starting to clean up for the holidays. They don't realize that we're not having yard sales anymore. And on Monday mornings, we come into so much stuff. And if it's rained and you've left books or protective undergarments and they get wet, it's not pretty.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
a
I
good
could tweak
thing
the wording,
to-
absolutely, yeah.
Unfortunately,
We do
I
have a
came in on a
problem.
Monday morning and there was a box of very nice puzzles. I mean, the puzzles were all in boxes and it was soaking wet. As I tried to pick them up, the boxes were falling apart. And these are things that could have been enjoyed, you know,
And
by our
things that
seniors.
we should tell.
Yeah, and we had to throw them.
It's a good thing to talk about, let
Oh, yeah,
everyone
absolutely.
know.
Yeah.
because-
Well, we're open from 8 until 4, and if someone's in a hurry, at least if they get it into our hallway, something that we are going to use, but they really should let us know. A lady came in yesterday, very nice. She had left some walkers for us, but she let us know where they were, and they were in the back hall. And that's just so that we know.
Right, that's a good thing.
That's
Very
helpful.
good, thank you.
Okay. And prohibited behavior, numbers 1 to 8. Do you want me to read that, or do you want Rick to read part of that? or-
Whatever you,
Oh,
if
let's
I get in
see.
your meeting, I'm sorry.
No, you're helping. This is great. I think that this is fine. I think people have an idea of what we're doing. We're trying to make this a safe center for everyone and a comfortable center for everyone so that people will feel welcome. And so we won't vote on this today. We'll do this up at our next meeting.
Yeah, that way when we have the full board, we'll have everybody.
All right, full board, and we'll vote on this at our next meeting.
The whole page, all of them.
Yeah, I'll take your suggestion and I'll work on that number 9 on the wording, and then if we can review it next month, and then we can vote.
Yeah, I think indoors and outdoors. are
Yeah,
different.
no, and again, that's why I wanted everybody to look at it. Sometimes I stare at it so much, it just starts to blend.
Yeah, I know, I understand that.
And again, we always put out our monthly newsletters the week before the month begins, so people can start looking at the end of December for the January newsletter, the end of January for the February newsletter.
Do a very good job on that.
Marcel gets them delivered to many places here in town. And if anyone would like to have one mailed to them, all they need to do is let us know. We mail out quite a few.
That's excellent.
We mail out quite a few. All right, so I think we should say,
Can I have a couple of
oh,
things?
yes, of
Okay.
course.
I want to do 2 thank yous. I want to thank Marie and Linda, who in a pinch covered the building on December 1st for the New Bedford Garden Club. And we're only supposed to open, but we're here, I know because I drove by, we're here.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So, yeah, but thank you, we can really appreciate that, and I know the person that you filled in for appreciates that. So thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
And my other thank you, I want to thank our town administrator, Mr. Noble, for the AARP age-friendly application. I worked on the meat and potatoes. I think he felt like my high school English teacher. He cleaned up the grammar and the spelling for me. And again, you stare at it so long, it starts to blend together, so I just wanted to say thank you for that because I think he peeled me off the ceiling on that
I
one.
don't blame you. And I just want to mention that last month I had mentioned about the light outside on the sign that was shining in cars' faces so that they couldn't see. And Heather told me they had changed it, and I'm still getting complaints. So obviously it's not quite right.
Yeah.
I want to
We
bring
did,
it
we
up.
moved it a little, I don't think we moved it enough, so we'll get that closer.
Thank you.
Well, I have 2 things to say. Number one, I want to thank Heather, who is always so pleasant to the people that come in here. I'm
I'll
always
make her say that.
Yeah, I'm amazed at her patience and her kindness.
Amen.
Your mother did a great job
Oh,
raising
thank
me.
you.
I'm not giving
I'll have her
you
watch
any
Channel
credit.
18 so she
Yeah.
sees that.
Yeah, and also I want to say Merry Christmas to all of you and thank you for being on the board. You've been a great help and it's a pleasure to meet with you. I see you monthly, you have to be here monthly, and John, you have to be here with us. But when I see you around, when you're in and out of the center, it's always a pleasure. And John, it's always a pleasure to see you when I see you out eating somewhere, you know?
Thank you.
That's always nice. And I want to say from all of us, to all of the people out there, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we'll all look at them and we'll wave and say goodbye. As we say, our next meeting is Wednesday, January 9th. And to everyone out there in TV land.
Boas festas.
What, huh?
Boas festas.
Boas festas. Everyone look at the camera.
Merry Christmas
and
and a happy
wave and
holidays.
say Merry Christmas, Happy
Happy
Holidays.
holidays.